Good morning, too. We start with the football Cats. Let's be honest, they have stunk it up the last 6 quarters of football they have played. Outscored 72-7 in those last 90 minutes. And on Saturday, Kentucky welcoming in the New Mexico State Aggies. Now, the first time these two have ever played in football. The Wildcats looking for win number 1. They're desperate. Mark Stoops and the boys. Drew Barker, can they knock off New Mexico State? Let's see it. First possession for UK. We're 3 plays into the game, and it's not good for Barker. He gets hit, and he throws an interception. Jaden Wright's got the pick. Barker was hurt, and he would not return. It was a leg injury. And the Aggies take advantage of it with a touchdown to Jonathan Boone. 7-0 Aggies. Not a good start for the Cats in front of very few fans. Barker now benched, so we got Steven Johnson, and he hands off to Boom. He gone. Stanley Boom Williams, 68 to the house. We're tied up at 7. Fourth quarter now. Cats up 55-42, and Benny Snell grinding right into the end zone for the 4-yard touchdown. 62-42 UK at that point. Aggies turn. Xavier Hall with the carry to put the Aggies in the red zone. The Aggies ran for 223 yards as a team. Couple plays later, Tyler Rogers, he was scanning. He didn't find anybody but Derek Beatty. Second interception of the season for Beatty, and that'll do it in Lexington. You see the scoreboard. Kentucky wins 62-42 over New Mexico State. That gives the Cats their first win of the season, highest scoring game in Commonwealth Stadium history, a total of 104 points. Here's Mark Stoops, Boom Williams, and Mr. Johnson himself on Benny Snell.
It was really good to get him some reps and get him in the game, and you see him keep those legs churning and pushing guys and playing physical, and he plays much more mature than a true freshman, and that was really good to see.
Very tough guy. Not too many freshmen come in with that attitude and that hungriness to be able to go out there and play and be able to get in the end zone as many times as he did and make tough runs as he did, and keeping drives going for us and things like that, which was really a good boost for us. And he should be a good addition for the rest of the season for us in the backfield.
Oh, he was phenomenal. He did a great job being able to get those extra yards after contact. We're big. We're very big to just extend drives. So he did a great job.
So the Cats get their first win of the season. All right, Michael Vick in Madden NFL 2004 is considered one of the greatest characters in video game history. If you play with him, of course, your friends would say, oh, you're not even that good. It's only because you're playing with Michael Vick and he's unstoppable, blah, blah, blah. Well, in Louisville this year, 19-year-old quarterback Lamar Jackson, he's been the real-life version of Madden 04 Vick. Going into yesterday's game with number 2 Florida State, Jackson had scored 13 touchdowns in 2 games, 7 passing, 6 rushing. Just to put that in perspective, there was 115 teams that had not scored 13 touchdowns yet going into yesterday's games. Yeah, for real. Yesterday at Papa John's Cardinal Stadium, they honored Muhammad Ali before the game. His wife Lonnie and family on hand for a presentation and a sticker on the helmets with a butterfly and the name. Lamar Jackson, he was out throwing haymakers early for the 3rd straight week. How about Lamar Jackson on his feet for touchdown number 1, 7-0 Louisville. Later in the quarter, Jackson, he's keeping it again. Touchdown number 2 coming right at you. 14-yard score to give the Cards a 14-0 lead. That's touchdown number 15 on the season. How about touchdown number 16? He's going to the air in the 2nd quarter. That'll put him up 28-10. He hits Jalen Smith wide open for the 4-yard score. And he's not done. Just before halftime, Jackson gets his 3rd rushing TD of the half. This one from a yard out. Touchdown number 17 on the season. He's not done. Lamar Jackson, he is the Rolls-Royce of college football. Spinning and winning. 47 yards for the touchdown there. 17 carries, $146. 4 rushing touchdowns, 5 total touchdowns, and the Cards, they stay perfect. Man, you got to consider Lamar Jackson as the Heisman front runner right now. 63-20 over Florida State. That's the most points ever given up by the Seminoles in program history. Going back to Mike Vick, by the way, he actually tweeted his thoughts after the game yesterday. He said, dude, that guy's just good. Give it up. He's 5 times better than me is what he said. Alabama's Nick Saban and Ole Miss coach Hugh Freeze talking before the game. We got number 1 Bama and number 19 Ole Miss. Oh, look what's happening. Ole Miss causes a fumble, and John Youngblood's got it, scooping and scoring 44 yards for the touchdown. Is Ole Miss going to beat the #1 team in America? They're up 24-3. Well, then there's this. A punt return by Eddie Jackson. 85 yards. He gone. Fourth quarter now, 48-37. After an Ole Miss touchdown and a recovery of the onside kick, Chad Kelly's going to give his team a chance. What can Brown do for you? A.J. Brown can do a whole lot for you. 37-yard touchdown pass. It's 48-43. So go for 2. Then you're only down a field goal, right? Oh, my God. What was that? What was that? What happened? That Chad Kelly, he couldn't get the toss there. He tried to make something of it, and Hugh Freeze just like, oh, gosh. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. Good fight put up by the Rebels, and Bama stays perfect and wins 48-43. Yikes. Coming up next half hour, of course, we'll have some U-Pike highlights. We'll have some Morehead State highlights and EKU highlights. That's the first look at sports this morning. Enjoy your morning. Good morning to U-Pike, trying to clean up the mess they left in Richmond last week. The Bears turned the ball over 7 times to Eastern Kentucky, including 3 pick sixes by the Colonels. And those all happened, by the way, in one quarter, the third quarter. They also allowed 48 unanswered points. But, hey, they got a good paycheck out of it, and they were back home yesterday. The Bears taking on Bethel. Looking to bounce back from last week's loss to EKU. Opening drive for the Bears. I got a freshman at quarterback looking deep. Bowen Smith drops it right into the breadbasket of Jordan Olinger. Get up here, bro. He gone. 7-0 Bears. What about Al Holland Jr.? He's jacked up. Let's do it. Second quarter, following a U-Pike fumble, the Wildcats capitalize, and look at Kerry Sellers putting on the moves. Yeah. 26 yards for the Bethel score, 10-7 Wildcats. But the Bears come back. Another Mountain connection here. We got Smith to Jared Gerald, the former Prestonsburg Black Cat, 8 yards on the score. Give me some love. 14-10 U-Pike at the half. We go second half. Skip to the fourth quarter. Same score. This is what the Bears had a problem with all day. Sellers rolling, tucking, and oh man, we got guys hitting their own players. 18 yards down the sideline there for the score, 17-14. But they come right back. The Bears do, and they find Olinger again. How about Smith at quarterback? That was a 3-yard touchdown. Smith, just a true freshman, throws for 218 yards, 3 touchdowns, but Pikeville falls to the Wildcats 24-21. Head coach Al Holland after the game on his QB1.
For a first start, I thought he played solid against a real good football team. That's a good defense. Big physical defense, very athletic, had a lot of experience in the secondary back. And, I thought he had a solid day, made some big throws for us. Wish he could have hung in there and played the whole game and down that stretch. But, we got a lot to build off of and a lot of good things to learn from. So a film session will be big this week for us in trying to get better and getting prepared for next week.
Family weekend in Morehead. Great crowd as always. The Eagles playing host to Lincoln University. Midway through the first quarter, we got Eagles. They get on the board first. Trevor Jones, the former Estill County engineer, fields the punt and takes the punt back by 39 yards for the return. 7-0 Morehead State. Second period, Eagles now up 14-6. Ryan Watkins, boing, 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 boing. He scores 21-6 now, Morehead State. 2 minutes later, Austin Gayhafer throws a missile to a wide-open Jalen Elliott. 21 yards in the score. Morehead not done. He got moves, by the way. I like that. I like a little dance. And final play of the first half, it's Gayhafer again hitting Jake Raymond. And, well, he gone. Diving towards the pylon for the score. Eagles score 21 points in the final 4 minutes of the first half. Morehead State snaps a 2-game skid with a 56-6 blowout of Lincoln. EKU was back on the road. How about the dogs and the hamburgers? They were taking on Ball State at Ball State, and they were like that food. They were cooking and cooking early and cooking well. You see Devin Reese there for the touchdown, 7-0 Ball State after forcing an EKU punt. Cardinals back at it again. It's Neal, the quarterback, rolling in 12 yards up the middle. It's crossed the goal line, 14-0. Meanwhile, the Cardinals just getting some kind of offense. Can we get some kind of offense? Benny Coney, you can't. Passing on 3rd and 10. His pass picked off. Boom goes the dynamite, as they say. EKU's offense never got going. Ball State wins big, 41-14. Colonels fall to 1-2. Hey, we got a little help from Blake Kemper. If you haven't seen this, This is crazy. South Laurel, Leslie County. South Laurel needed a Hail Mary to beat them. It's Adrian Fultz throwing it to Jared Lovins. We made this our play of the week last night on Sports Overtime Saturday night. You take another look. My goodness. He was like triple covered there. They would end up winning 22-18 South Laurel. That would end Leslie County's perfect record. Fultz to Lovins. How about the South Laurel Cardinals with the win at Leslie County on Friday night? That's a final look at sports this morning. Enjoy your morning.